What does it mean when we talk about premium multi-tools? Now, in the multi-tool market at the moment, there are a bunch of really great options below $50 that are very similar to what we have seen big brands like Leatherman, Victorinox, and so forth charge over $100, over $150. This one right here is very similar to the Leatherman Charge. And yeah, we have some really cool options, but what does it mean when we talk about premium multi-tools? Why are they premium? What makes them better? Well, when we think about tools like the Leatherman Arc, one of the big things is because it has the MagnaCut blade. So the blade steel alone is probably worth around $100, people have said, or over. It is very expensive. And then, of course, there's a magnetic architecture. So with the Leatherman Arc, if you can potentially, use it one-handed, you can go ahead, break it down, then you can go ahead, spread the handles apart, flip it open, and you've got one-handed operability. Now, it's a little bit hard to do that on camera, but if you practice and practice it, it becomes pretty smooth as you wear in the mechanisms. What is really cool about the Leatherman Arc is that everything is one-hand accessible, and it's a lot more accessible than a lot of other multi-tools. This right here is key with the Leatherman Arc. This is one of those features you do not find a lot of times in the multi-tool world, where you can simply roll your thumb over the back of these tools and have instant access. So that is something that's a lot more special and unique to the Leatherman Arc and the Free series, and something I do think a lot of us probably underappreciate, that easy access to the tools. I think that's really cool, and with the Leatherman Arc, you do get a really nice set of files, scissors, screwdriver, small bit driver, the awl, and then on the other side, bit driver, can opener, the MagnaCut blade, and the saw as well. And these are a lot longer implements. Of course, the nice pocket clip, really nice handles. You can reverse the pocket clip, have it on either side, the crimper, the cutters. Yeah, a really nice system, but it does command the premium price of $250. There are a ton of accessories like this thumb stud that you can get that almost looks like the end of a bullet right there off of AliExpress, Etsy, eBay, all kinds of options. You can add 1/4-inch bit drivers, T-shank adapters. This is almost becoming like the Jeep Wrangler of multi-tools. A PC Doodle has the flashy, the little flashlight you can put on it. Tons of aftermarket accessories that make this tool, even though it's $250, maybe the only multi-tool you'll need in your life. Now, if you want a premium multi-tool at a very affordable price for $120, the Victorinox MX Spirit clip right here is probably one of the best deals on the market. This retails for around $150 on Victorinox's site, but right now it is on sale on Amazon for $30 less. This is a really good deal. But just be aware that this is a very old design that has been continually updated. I think it debuted around 1998. And Victorinox has just steadily made it better. So one of the big upgrades will be this pocket clip right here, or not pocket clip, but thumb stud right here of sorts on the main blade so that you can easily access it. So there is that blade. Can opener, nice Phillips screwdriver, the scissors, this small screwdriver, the saw, the file. There is the chisel, like a package opener, wire strippers. This one right here is your wire bender, large flat screwdriver, bottle opener, awl, and the file. Very nice file right here. Yeah, so these are very premium tools. These are very nice. So when we look at the interior tools of the Victorinox Spirit, they have become so much easier to open than the Victorinox Swiss tool, the larger tool that competes more with the Leatherman Surge that I have. And I keep reviewing that and saying how hard it is to open these tools. But on the newer Victorinoxes, yeah, they become so much smoother. So that is really nice to see. You have the pocket clip where you never used to have one, and then you can fairly easily access this knife right here and then pull down on the lock. and it just unlocks. Now, I do have to say that I really prefer the mechanism with the Leatherman Wave. I feel like it is a lot more satisfying. It seems a lot more smoother. It seems a lot more up to date. But this one is over $100 cheaper. This is around $120 cheaper than the Leatherman Arc, so that explains some things. Now, when we look at the pliers, these have no replaceable wire cutters, but Victorinox does have really good warranty, so that is something to keep in mind, as does Leatherman. Leatherman has the 25-year warranty on their products, and also one of the things I forgot to mention is they do have free MagnaCut sharpening that they offer for their tools in MagnaCut. Another thing to mention is that Victorinox has pretty good blade steel, but it will not match up to Leatherman's MagnaCut. But Victorinox, for the price, is a pretty amazing tool. Now, Gerber really doesn't do premium anymore. They have tried to do some premium multi-tools in the past, but now they're sticking with more of a tactical, heavy-duty looking design, and a lot of their designs are pretty cool. This is the Center Drive Rescue. It has some more specialized tools than some of their other tools. So right here is the one hand or out the front plier head right here, and a lot of it is one hand opening. You can access this cutting hook right here for rope and so forth on the outside of the tool, and then on this side you do have this really nice 1/4 inch bit driver with the bit here, and then a storage inside the handle for some extra bits. And I think with this one, it's just this extra bit right here. Pretty nice. This does come in, depending on what sheath it is for the military and so forth, around $164. So that will be even pricier than the Victorinox Spirit, the MX Clip. There's ruler markings on the handles. Also, when we look on the inside, there is the combo blade file. This one right here has the pry tool, and then this right here is the awl. Now, with Gerber, one of the things that I have noticed is, at least when they are newer, they are a little bit harder to access these inner tools. They are definitely not smooth at all. So that is one of the things that you will face from Gerber, but it is more of a tactical, heavy-duty tool that is a lot more rugged looking in design and hopefully rugged looking in use. One of the things I don't like are the cutters on the Gerber. You can get replaceable cutters that last forever, but they will run you maybe $30, $40 or so dollars. You can buy them on Amazon, Speed Cutters, I think it is. But these carbide cutters are known to shatter fairly easy. So as with the other Gerber center drives, one of the tips, if you don't know, is pull this bit driver out, and then you can get the pliers to close all the way. Sometimes when this bit driver is here like this, it gets stuck right there, and then you do not have those needle nose capability with your pliers. So if you spend especially over $100, $150 for this right here, that can be very annoying when you feel like the pliers don't even close completely. Keep that in mind. One of the things I do like about Gerber is that they do some phenomenal sales where they will sometimes take up to 50% off their tools. And once or so a year, you can get amazing deals from Gerber. So make sure to sign up if you're interested to their newsletters, their emails, and keep a watch on their website. SOG is one of those companies where it's more of an artistic multi-tool. I like some of their designs, but in the end, I end up always carrying something else. I don't know what it is. They are my favorite multi-tool brand to collect to some extent. And I love their designs, but it seems like they always just don't quite deliver in the end for heavy-duty multi-tools. Now, this is the Power Access Assist. This is a really neat tool in that you have assisted tools right here. It does come in $104 at the moment. There is the regular knife, the serrated knife. We have this cutting hook on this side. We've already seen the regular knife on that side. And then, whoa, the last one right here is this saw. And as you can see, some of the other tools deploy with it as well. Now, with these right here, it is probably one of the easier tools to get out some of the inside. You can actually put a 1/4-inch socket or use a special socket bit driver tool with that SOG provides. Very spiky awl, and then a large, I think this is basically like a chisel right there. I have used it, I think, more like a flat screwdriver, even though I probably shouldn't. A very small screwdriver, a little bit of a larger screwdriver with the bottle opener, can opener, and a Phillips screwdriver. Now, in the bottom right here is your 1/4-inch driver. Now, when you open these up, you have a fairly nice set of pliers here at the end. This is your compound leverage system that allows you to get a lot more leverage on this tool. Sometimes, however, the spring system gets a little bit messed up in here, and then as I just had issues previously, it all once becomes spring-loaded, the pliers. The spring system just doesn't sort of settle into place. Things get caught. And yeah, so it does become a little disappointing, especially for $104. If you love to collect multi-tools, I would definitely recommend adding this to your collection. Otherwise, if you're a serious heavy-duty user, probably stick to something else. And for a premium multi-tool, there are a lot better options out there, even though it is only $104. Roxon has just recently introduced their Titan. And this is a tool that a lot of people have been dreaming of. We finally have spring-loaded pliers. There is the nice wire cutters right here. We've got this nice set of pliers, and then G10 handles. On this side, you have the flex system, and you can add whatever you want. At the moment, I have the file, the nice saw, and the 1/4-inch bit driver right here. I'll go ahead and unlock this. Then I can lock these tools so they don't flip out at all. You can do that. On the other side, I've got a really nice knife in here, and then this one right here, they do now have like the ball bearings so that it is very smooth. That is something where Roxon is upgraded, and they do have D2 knife steel as well, which is really nice. Now, this does come in at $109. I do have a discount code and a special link I will put below this video if you're interested in buying one of these. It has a great set of scissors, really a huge set of shears for the Roxon Titan. Pretty cool right here. But yeah, this is a really larger multi-tool, a much upgraded Phantom for Roxon, and it does have a lot of pretty nice features, nice pocket clip. It is a little bit wide. It is a little bit bulky for some people, but it is definitely an upgrade a lot of people were looking for. This is the Nextool W4. This is $59. It ties with the Gemini, which is a tool not for everyone. It is more for RC enthusiasts, laptop repairs, and so forth, because it does come with a battery operated assisted 4mm driver, where this one right here has this nice adjustable ratcheting. You can unlock it. Adjustable wrench right here at the end, spring-loaded pliers, replaceable wire cutters. It has this 1/4-inch bit driver at the end. When we fold this up, we get this nice long knife right here on this side. Then on the other side, Nextool actually packs 2 blades on this outside tool or slot, where it has the saw and then a diamond file and the regular file. When we open this up, there is a slot where we can add that, or where we store that bit right there. So pretty nice what Nextool has done with the W4. I definitely do see them coming out with some more premium multi-tools. They are doing an outstanding job. They have just sent me a tool that I think might be one of their best ones, or one of my favorite ones. Yeah, it is really nice, really nice. And it will probably surprise you because, well, we'll talk more about that later. But the Nextool W4 coming in at $59. Pretty nice, not so premium as some people would expect. It doesn't have fancy blades and fancy mechanisms, but is a nice solid tool from Nextool. And then finally, one of the favorite new releases that just came out is Decoyu's X1, their limited edition anniversary edition. I love this Magna blade. Now they've claimed that this is, I think it has some similar properties to Magna Cut. They do call it Magna blade. It is very easy to deploy. Has the scissors on this side. Then we get the diamond file, the regular file, or the diamond files on this side. And then you have more of a regular file on this side. There are two tools, serrated blade, the rope cutter, and the screwdriver here. Has a really unique pocket clip that I've talked about in a full video on this. Now with this pocket clip, you can take a SIM card ejector and remove the pocket clip. It has a mechanism over here. I really like that. There is a lot of thought that has gone into this tool. Then when we open this up, full 1/4-inch bit driver, roller markings, nice orange G10 handles. This comes in orange, black, and gray. For the G10 handles, the all can opener, wire stripper, these screwdrivers, bottle opener. Big fan. And then take a look at this, not only the crimper, but a wire stripper. We're going to go ahead and test that out. Now, some of you have asked, how does this wire stripper work? Well, let's go ahead and take a look. This should be the smaller section right here. There we go. We were able to strip that wire. Now you only have 2 wire stripping notches, so you are a little limited by that, but hey, 2 is better than nothing. All right, so one of the things that has looked a little small is this wire cutter here at the bottom, but I am actually able to cut this copper wire pretty good with that wire cutting notch. And then we'll go ahead and use the larger notch. I'll close this handle, and then I should, yeah, right there we go. Now this one right here I think is far too large to be used. So this is 10 gauge wire. Now this will be, I'm sure, way too large to use this slot. Remember, there is that other wire stripping notch that would work far better for this, I think. Yeah, I don't know. For 10 gauge is sort of more chawing it up. So I think that's way too large for this wire stripper. So coming in around $130, the Decoyu X1 I think is a pretty fantastic tool. I just got this in not too long ago, but I have to say that, yeah, I really love how they have spent so much time on this tool. And I'm excited to see not an exact wave copy or Leatherman art copy, but something that is a little bit more of an overseas design that they have designed into a premium multi-tool. Pretty cool to see that happen from Decoyu. Well, let me know what your favorite premium multi-tool is. I tried to take the top brands and then a couple of the up-and-coming companies that are definitely coming in the market with some great products, and this is what we have today.